Hello guys, and welcome to my Ride VIP rideshare channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I want to take a look at did I actually make money or lose money at this point. So here's what I want to actually tell you, like, very quickly. Then I'm going to show you all the details of my earnings through the actual app. That way you can actually see what's going on. So I just worked for 55 minutes. Let's say I worked for 1 hour. I've made $18 and some change. The reason I made $18 is because 3 of that was tips. So technically it's like $15. So if I did not get any tips, I would have made $15. So my question is, how much money did it actually cost me to make that money? In today's video, I want to see if I actually made money or lost money. I don't think my choice of trips was very wise, but also I want to figure out whether Uber is actually including the overall time that it actually has taken me from the time I pick up a person to the time I deliver, or they're just showing us the actual time of the job after I picked them up. And it's going to be easy for me to tell because I only did 2 trips. One of them involved an extra stop, which is going to be still taken into account. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to see my driving time. So driving time available, 11 hours and 5 minutes. So let's just say I worked 1 hour. So in 1 hour I made $18.27. And look at that, they just made this area surging. Oh, I'm not in that area. That's just kind of like, but anyways, who cares about that right now? I'm not gonna waste time. So currently I'm offline, so the timer does not actually do anything. So I did get one $3 tip, and I guess the last job they did not tip me. So this is overall. Let's just go to the 22nd where I'm working, which is right here. So see earnings activity. So this is what I want to look at. So UberX 31 minutes, and then we have 12 minutes. So that is 43 minutes. So why is that important? Because I was online for 55 minutes. So that means they are not including the time that it actually took me to go to the pickup. So they just want to show me what I'm making after I actually pick somebody up. So if I don't even include this $3 tip, because most people, they don't even tip, then I really made just $15.27 in 1 hour. Basically, I'm just kind of like breaking it down because that 5 minutes really means nothing. That is not good. So I was trying to choose very short distances at that, and this is why you could see that. Let's see, let's just see the earnings activity. So as you could see, like 9.9 miles, and then we got 2.2 miles. So that right there is just like, let's just say 12 miles. 12 miles, and it has taken me 55 minutes. And this is why, guys, I tried to look at the actual time versus mileage, but these 2 less trips, I looked at the actual mileage, not the time. And this is why I'm in this predicament to where just wasted 1 hour of my time for only 12 miles and made $18, which would have been really $15. But how much fuel did I actually use? I don't know. I would actually know once I fuel up. But the thing is, I drove 1 hour to Charlotte from South Carolina, so this would not be accurate if I went and actually got some fuel. But that being said, I do drive a BMW, which does take premium fuel. And I know in this 1 hour, I probably wasted 3 gallons of fuel. I don't want to have to fuel up to actually figure that out, but I probably did, even though the mileage is not that much, just because how much time it took. Because as I'm driving, the vehicle's working, it's idling, and ultimately it's costing me fuel. So the fuel right now is over $4. So it's about $4.59 at some of the places. So let's just do $4.59 times 3 gallons. That's $13.77. So if I would have not got a tip, I would have like literally made like $15. That is not good. Even like with $18 minus $13.77, I've lost money. But for the argument's sake, I'm just gonna figure out actually how many gallons that this actually cost me. So I'm going to drive to a gas station and fuel up just to figure that out, because right now I think at this point it is kind of important for me to know the actual truth. Fuel is $4.45 a gallon. This is how many gallons I got. 2 gallons and 2.58 gallons. So slightly more than 2.5 gallons, and I paid $11.53. So here's the breakdown, guys. So I figured out that I drove to Charlotte from the time I filled up 45 miles. So that cost me $8.90. So this $8.90 was my cost just to basically come to Charlotte so that I could work, which I'm not going to take into account of the total cost. But I will, however, take into account that it took me 55 minutes to do 12 miles of Uber rides, and I made $15.27 for the rides plus $3 tip, which is $18.27. So 12 miles, the fuel cost was $2.63. So if you take the total income of $18.27 and remove the cost of fuel, I would end up making $15.64. But if I remove $3 tip, which is not guaranteed, that drops my income down to $12.64, which I did not write down over here because I did actually end up making $15.64. But today is Saturday and it is 4:01 p.m. Okay, so people are hanging out and stuff like that, so I'm expecting to make a little bit more. So obviously this was just the 2 rides that I did, which is total of 12 miles and 55 minutes. So this is something to take into account when, I guess, picking and choosing your rides. And unfortunately, Uber did not actually took into account the actual time it took me to do the rides, which is 55 minutes. And instead, I think it put like 45 minutes or something. I can't remember the exact number, but I did tell you guys that number in the beginning of the video. So that being said, what do I really think about this? Well, I think it's especially important to realize how much you want to make per hour. So you want to make anywhere from $25 to $30 an hour, then you need to choose rides that make sense, because ultimately, if it would say it's going to take me 55 minutes total trip for $18.27, which actually would not say that, would say $15.27, that would not be a good decision. Now, if it's 30 minutes and maybe like $18 or $15, that makes a little bit more sense. So ultimately, the way I like to think about things is I would like to make $30 an hour. So every 10 minutes of your time, they need to be paying me like $5 per 10 minutes of my time. But 10 minutes of my time, it's kind of hard to decide because people will waste your time when you're picking them up, and then you'll have to wait for them 5 minutes, which you lose time on that. Plus, as they're getting out, you're losing time, and nobody's really calculating that time. But anyways, this is my little breakdown. So I still made money. I wish I would have made more money, but at least I did not lose any money, because I was kind of beginning to think that I've lost some money. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Take care and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.